on the track. It was a tough year in a lot of different ways, but we had a good year of racing. And personally, I'd like to thank everybody in this room for what you do. I mean, whether you're a driver, whether you're a crew member, whether you're a family member that supports racing, whether you're a track official, a track employee, track owner, gotta say that so I don't get fired. But, we're all race fans, right? I mean, that's why we do this, because we're race fans. So if we didn't have you, well, we wouldn't really have much to cheer about. So thank you very much for everything you do. And we hope we have a great 2018. And thank you to the Rohr family, Kathy, Bobby, Cindy, the whole family, for making 2018 happen. Hopefully it's going to be a great year. So we're just about ready to eat. The servers will be coming around to release you by table, so we don't all go up and get food at the same time. So it's kind of an organized chaos type thing. So wait for the servers to come around and get you to tell you to go up. And before we get started, if we could have our prayer before the meal, please. Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing us together to celebrate the accomplishments of our competitors and the joys of another racing season. And we thank you for the wonderful dinner that we are about to receive, and we ask for your blessings upon it. And Lord, as we continue into the new year, we ask that you watch over us and keep us safe. We ask for a successful season for all, and that you give us your grace to set aside any differences that we may have and allow us to treat each other with respect and dignity. And God, many of us have lost friends and loved ones in the past year, and we pray that they are celebrating with us in your heavenly kingdom. And we ask for your peace to help us with our grieving, and that their memories will stay alive within us and remind us from time to time that we will indeed be with them once again when it is our time to move on from this life into the next life. And all these things we pray in the name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Before we get started with the awards and everything, I think a lot of you know that Auto Racers for Kids Charities is something that's really near and dear to all of us at Eriez Speedway. Kathy and Bob have been members of the board for many years, and Lori and I are members of the board. Jim and Rhonda Eggleston are members of the board. Jeff Plyler and Plyler Entry Systems that sponsors our late model class. He's a member of the board. Scott Bennell, the sponsor of our crate late model class, is the vice president of the board. So it's been an integral part. Eriez Speedway has been an integral part of Auto Racers for Kids. Oh yeah. Phantom graphics inside. Brandon, I almost forgot about you. Sorry, dude. So anyway, it's a very important thing to Eriez Speedway. And we're going to do something a little different this year. Jim and Rhonda have organized a bingo outing. It's going to be Saturday, April 14th, and it's going to be at the Mill Village Fire Hall. The doors will open at 4. The bingo starts at 6. And tickets are $30 a piece. We are looking for a few more sponsors, and we're looking for baskets for the Chinese auction to help us raise money. And I think everybody in this room that's been around Eriez Speedway knows that we have one night a year where some part of the proceeds go to Auto Racers for Kids. And over the past 12 years, we have raised over $300,000 to help needy kids in the Erie area. I mean, kids that don't have food, kids that don't have clothes, kids that don't have shelter, homeless kids, kids with autism, and it's really gratifying to know that we're making a difference in their lives. So if you want to help us out, the stuff is on the Eriez Speedway Facebook page. It'll be on the Auto Racers for Kids Facebook page, I think tomorrow, right, Lori? We'll get it on there. So if you can help out, we'd really appreciate it. So before we get into the awards portion of the program, Kathy, we bring Kathy up here, and let's have a hand for Kathy. I mean, this is
Kathy!
It's been a tough time, and I want to thank you for everything you've done and the family, and looking forward to 2018.
Well, as you all know, this was always Bob's job, and I guess I got that passed on to me, but I'm not a natural-born yapper like he is. He could talk off of whatever, but I'm not like that. But what I have here, I am going to say for my heart. As you all know, we had a very tough time last year. I'm missing someone very special. And I'm going to try to get through this, okay? And it's the reason I want to take a moment to say how very blessed and thankful I am for all of you, my race family. You don't think of Bob unless you think of either Eriez Speedway or war trucking. Working was never a job for him. It was what he loved to do. As everyone knows, he had the gift of gab, and if anything I'm surprised anything ever got done. And so everyone here at Eriez became family. We have fun and we enjoy what we do. On the day of Bob's passing, it became more evident than ever what kind of people we have right here in this room. It must have been so difficult to move forward, but you did it, and oh, what a day of memories that will live on in my heart forever. From my family and myself, thank you for your prayers, your thoughts, your well wishes, and most of all, your kindness through these difficult months. You gave us strength. You will always be a part of my fondest memories and will always be in my heart. That came from the heart, even though I have it wrote down here. You all are my family, and you are what made me get through. My son and my daughter and I. If it wasn't for you, I don't know what I'd do. There's so many wonderful people at that track. We are unique. We have good people, good staff. I can't even take the time to thank the people that I should thank. There's so many people that participated and helped us get through. So thank you again from the bottom of my heart for being a part of my life. Thanks.
So let's all take a minute, whether you're drinking whatever, water, pop, beer, whatever, to Bob Rohr. In his memory, may it live within all of us forever. Here's to you, Bob. I think I saw Bob drink a Bud Light 2 times in my whole life. All right, so here we go. With thank yous and recognitions. 2017 was a good year. Hopefully, I should have included in the prayer when we started out that, God, please let the first 7 weeks of the season be a little bit nicer than the first 7 weeks of the season of 2017. But, that's up to God, and hopefully it'll be a little bit better. But without sponsors, as everybody in this room knows, we would be up a pretty long creek, right? So the Speedway has sponsors too, and we want to recognize them. Not everybody's here tonight, but first of all, for our Super Challengers, Candy's Adult Playground, and on Route 19, a little bit south of Waterford there.
You want to go?
Everybody knows what it is, so if you want to go, go. If you don't, and Joe's cool with that. But he wants to be part of the racetrack, and we appreciate what he does. So here's the candies.
Thank
you. And here's to the girls that work there, right? Nelson Linwood Nursery sponsors the Street Stock class. And I don't know if you've ever had a chance to go check this place out, but it's on West Ridge Road, right? Route 20 towards, if you're heading out of Erie, it's towards Fairview. They have all the landscape and stuff and everything, but if you go in the building, they have a Lenny's Treasures gift shop, and it is really a unique place. They've got like several different rooms that are split into seasonal things that, you know, they're very unique items that you might not see in other places. So if you have the opportunity to check it out, it's a cool place. And of course, you know, if you need pine bark mulch, or if you need some topsoil, or if you need some manure, or whatever it is you need, you know, they've got all that too. So thanks to Nelson Linwood Nursey. And I do have to say also that they brought Kathy a couple really nice things last year, and they have another thing for you. They just haven't delivered it yet, but they're very nice people, and we thank them. Sponsoring the EMOD class, Randan Excavating. These guys help out at the track more than you might know. And if you were involved at all with the truck pull weekend that we had, and we're going to have again this year, Randy and Denise and the whole family, they were very, very instrumental in pulling that thing off, and it was a huge success. And the people that came and pulled told us that it was one of the best surfaces that they ever pulled on. So thank you very much, guys, for everything you did for that, and thanks for everything you do for the EMOD class. Bunnell's Auto Group, I mean, I think everybody knows Scott Bunnell, right? Scott is he was a heck of a racer when he was racing. Oh yeah, you guys are here. Come on up and get your plaque. Sorry. Randan, come on up and get your plaque. Woo! Come on, Randy.
All right, Jay, get to work.
They're the only ones that are present tonight, and I was just ready to run right over them. So, thanks a lot, Randy, for everything you do. So everybody knows Scott Bunnell, and you know, Scott has been sponsoring stuff at the racetrack for a long time, but he does a lot more than that. Scott is a very active member in the community, and he helps a lot of people, and we're very fortunate to have him as sponsor of the Crate Late Model class. So thanks to Scott. He knows how we feel. Conway and O'Malley Goodyear Tires and Service. I mean, they've been around racing for a very, very long time. The Canyas have been connected with them for a very, very long time, and we appreciate their sponsorship for the Economod class. And I know that I've had some alignments done, some tires there. They're very convenient to where I work, you know, so they do a great job. If you need tires, if you need, you know, service work done in your car or truck, try to think about Conway and O'Malley. You know, let's try to take care of the sponsors that take care of us. And of course, Jeff Plyler with Plyler Entry Systems. They kind of changed their name last year. They've acquired some other businesses, so it was Plyler Overhead Door for years and years and years, but they've changed it to Plyler Entry Systems. And Jeff has taken over the sponsorship of the Super Late Model class. Charlie Bauer from Jay's Auto Wrecking had that for years and years, and you know, Charlie has, you know, decided to still support racing, but in a different way, and that's fine. But you know, thanks to Jeff and his whole family, they also do a lot with auto racers for kids. So let's have a hand for all of our sponsors, and they'll all be back next year.
Yeah. Thank you.
Love them all. All right. So we're going to get to our top 10s here. You guys ready? Of course you're ready. We're going to start with our Super Challenger class, sponsored by Candy's Adult Playground. And coming in at number 10, driver the number 21, Davey Lowe. Davey's here, but good to have him. Good to have Davey and his dad at the racetrack. They're good guys.
I'll be picking it up.
Number 9, in points, driver of the 7M, Spencer Marcy. Eighth in point this year, the 10N driver, Jeff Nunemaker. If you're ever in the stands, like right in front of the concession stand in the middle, like his whole family's there, and it's like 3 rows of people. It's great. Finishing 7th in points, driver of the number 95H, Jessica Harvey.
Yay!
Jessica is learning how to keep all 4 wheels on the ground for 2018. Doing great, girl. Finishing 6th in the number 25X is Roger Hall.
Right, Roger.
5th in points goes to the driver of the 20D, Dylan Green.
Hey, Dylan.
Oh yeah, everybody needs to go over there and see Jay. Almost forgot about that. Finishing 4th, the 11M, Aaron Marcy. 3rd, driver of the 15X, Skip Jackson. Finishing 2nd in points for 2017 in the number 22, Chris Horton.
He's got a pretty good jacket. Call his name soon, right?
And your 2017 champion and the number 17, Andy Proper.
There he comes.
He wins all the time. So remember, if you're looking for a different kind of night of entertainment, Candy's Adult Playground is the sponsor of the Super Challengers at Eriez Speedway.
We're on the way. Someone want to run this camcorder? My arm's already tired.
Okay, we need last call on the Chinese auction tickets. If you haven't put your red tickets in the red cups, please do that now. Also, the blue tickets go into those boy and girl prizes at the very end of that table over there. Last call. If you haven't done it, please do it now.
Jay's over there.
Moving along to the Nelson Linwood Nursery Street Stocks. Finishing 10th in points, driver of the number 77, Garrett Calvert. I think Garrett's here. Finishing 9th, driver of the number 40, Brad Church. Finishing 8th, driver of the number 9, Bill Appleby.
Woo!
Finishing 7th, in the number 32, junior, Wesley McRae. Finishing 6th, in the number 18K, Jimmy Kennernecht.
Woo, Jimmy!
Mr. Kennernecht will accept the award.
It's like last year. 75 laps later.
Fifth in points for 2017 in the 99F, Gary Fisher.
Yay!
Gary's always hanging around up there somewhere. Finishing 4th, driver of the number 22, the Phantom, Brandon Groders.
Yay, Brandon!
3rd in points this year goes to the driver of the number 777, John Boardman. Driving the Mike Moon entry. By the way, just to let you know that I'm not completely oblivious to what you guys do out there. In 2007 or 8, Mooney let me drive his car in the mechanics race. And I won the race, and whoever was driving Greg Fenno's car, I must have been making the car really wide. But the funny thing is everybody knows what Mike Moon looks like, right? So I'm in the car, and we put like padding in the seat, and I'm strapped in as tight as I could get. And I'm going in the corners, I'm sliding over this way in the car. And I get out of the corner, I'm sliding back over this way in the car. But anyway, whoever was in Fenno's car, I mean, Fenno had a fast car. Mooney's car was a street stock and Fenno's car was a cadet. He hit me like 5 times going down the backstretch, and it about knocked my teeth out. But never got by me, so it was a lot of fun, and I'm ever grateful to Mike Moon for letting me do that. It was a blast. All right, finishing second in 2017, driver of the number 630, and taking his final ride, right? Don McGuire. Don. We're going to miss you out on the track, buddy. Don's been out there for a long time.
Real nice setup.
Congratulations.
Nice rig.
And not only driving, but helping out, with Pat, other people as well. So, class dude. Don, thank you for everything you've done. Yeah, and his car's for sale, too. And your champion for 2017, driver of the number 63C, Eriez McGuire.
Yeah, got it done. All right.
Chris, congratulations on another fine year. Good job.
Huh? That's the left side. It means that around the here. And then it's banged up on the front. That's because you wouldn't move. I wouldn't. Just come.
You can't move him and the wall.
Freedom House. But this Martin Luther King helped us. We're kind of real king that I'm the one that.
Dilly.
Dilly. Hang on. Dilly.
Oh my God.
Moving on to the Conway and O'Malley Goodyear Tires and Service Economod class. Finishing 10th, driver of the number 23, Gary Olson. Finishing 9th in the number 16, Jason Brightman. Eighth, driver of the number 222, Eric Reinwald. Finishing 7th in points, driver of the number 12R, Ty Rhodes. 6th place goes to the 511 driver, Jeff Kahn.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Last year faster.
You cash that one, we split it.
What do you really
Cash that one,
That was in your name, right?
5th place goes to the driver of the number 30, Bob Vogt Jr. Bitching Bob the second. I think he bitches more than his dad did, honestly. Finishing 4th, driver of the M11, Mitchell Wright.
A glass with the picture in it? Oh, that's.
Finishing 3rd in points, driver of the 1B, Mike Boyd.
Now the clear's gone.
Second in points goes to the 70B driver, Brandon Blackshear.
I got a good one that time. Oh, I did get your head. It's there.
And your champion for 2017 for the Conway O'Malley Goodyear Tires and Service Economods, driver of the 3, Dustin Nickman. Tell you what, it took a little while to get this class off the ground, but it is coming, and it is coming hard. A lot of good cars, a lot of good drivers coming up through the Economod class. I'm looking forward to this year.
I don't think it was that long.
Give him a steering wheel. Hey, can you figure out how to use that thing, man? Next year it's a brake pedal.
Brake throttle, brake throttle. Take the wheel off.
It is personal. It's the person.
All right, who else can I piss off tonight? All right, the E-Mod, sponsored by Randon Excavating. Finishing 10th in the 64J, Jacob Euchre. Ninth in the number 32, Alan Atkinson. Finishing 8th, driver of the 1S, Steve Simon. Seventh, driver of the number 20, Casey Bowers. Finishing 6th, driver of the number 20P, Mike Kinney. Finishing 5th, driver of the number 1B, John Boyd. Wow, John, you're here.
Here he comes.
Finishing 4th, driver of the number 2J, Troy Johnson. Finishing 3rd in the 11M, Mike McGee. Second in points in the number 68, Mr. Slow Ride, David Scott. And your 2017 champion for the Randon Excavating E-Mod class is driver of the number 92, Joel Watson.
Woo! There you go.
Joel wants to thank everybody for showing up. He wants to thank all the sponsors. He wants to thank his crew, mom and dad, you know, everybody.
You need a hug, Joe.
Joel, thank you for coming to the track, man. We do appreciate it. It's fun to watch you drive. All right, moving on to the crate, sponsored by Benell's Auto Group. By the way, did you know that it's not just Benell's Auto Collision anymore? It's Benell's Auto Sales, Benell's Auto Glass, Benell's Co-op Foods. Finishing 10th in the Great Lake Model Class, driver of the number 3, Bruce Hordusky. Finishing 9th, driver of the X Factor 3, Wyatt Scott.
Hey, Wyatt.
Finishing 8th in points, driver of the 01W, Cole Wanzer.
Hey, Cole! We know he's here.
Finishing 7th, driver of the number 5G, Scott Gerdak. Finishing 6th, driver of the number 6, Chad Wright.
Woo! He's here. Yeah, wild child.
Fifth in points goes to the 111 driver, Max Blair. Fourth, driver of the number Z17, Kyle Zimmerman.
I was showing him that and heard me. 6, that's what got it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's where they told me. They told me. I told them, I said, oh, I'll be the question. Yeah, a lot more people will probably go to that one.
Finishing 3rd in the 12B, Andy Bazell. Second, driver of the number 29J, Jason Jenko.
Jason! We know you're here.
You are here. How did I not see you all this time?
Sneak attack like on a trap.
And your 2017 champion in the Bon Hills Auto Group Great Lake class, driver number 55, Mike Knight. Wow, you got a lot of stuff there. So we're up to super stuff. All right, here we are at the Plyler Entry Systems Super Late Models. And finishing in the 10th spot this year, driver of the number 72, Ward Shell.
Woo! Ward!
I know Ward's here. Oh, there he is.
Ward Shell. Got her done.
Finishing 9th in points, driver of the number 22H, Bumpy Headman.
Woo, Bumpy! Maybe I had to go up there and get that for him. Do it.
8th in points,
I'll go up
driver
there
of the
and
number
get it.
76, Steve Kenya.
I'll go up later and get it. Do it now. I would have recorded it.
Oh, alright. Well, I
Wow, you're
my
popular.
way up there.
Hurry up. Don't mess up the thing.
And Chris wants a picture. Finishing 7th. Yes, you know, this one really kind of hurts a little bit. Finishing 7th in points, driver of the 1G, Rich Gardner. I gotta say, we're gonna miss Rich Gardner out there. He has retired. Toby, you still need a driver, dude. I'm your man. All right, I told you. You don't even have to pay me. I'll give you $20 a weekend. I'll buy a tire. Let's hear it for Toby. How many people has this guy helped with?
Woo! Yeah, Toby!
Finishing 6th in points, driver of the number 33/26G, Chris Hackett.
Woo!
Finishing 5th this year, driver of the number Robasser.
Hey, Dale. Hold it up quick.
Taking the 4th spot, driver of the number 1J, Jake Finnerty. Finishing 3rd in the 22X, the big tree, Greg Oaks.
Where's the cartwheel?
No cartwheels? Oh! He said he just found out he's going to be a grandpa. How about another round of applause? Second in points, driver of the number 111, Max Blair. And your 2017 point champion in the Plyler Entry Systems Super Late Models, driver of the number 44S, Dave Hess Jr.
Thought last night was going to be tonight. My daughter.
Very nice.
So once again, let's hear it for the 2017 champions in the Challenger class. Three stocks, Chris McGuire. Economon, Dustin Ekman. Emon, Joel Watson. Great Lakes, Mike Knight. And Super Lakes, Dave Hess Jr.
Not him, he's 76. Oh, yeah. That's all it was.
By the way, the 50-50 is $353 to the winner tonight, so we'll be doing that here in a little bit. Thank you for helping out. Billy.
Oh, hang on. Dilly.
Never seen the Bud Light.
Come on, everybody.
I drink Bud Light.
So every year we kind of get together and we look at how people did from, the last year to the next year, how people moved in points and everything. And we try to come up with, the most improved driver award. Sometimes it's really hard. This year was extremely difficult because there wasn't a lot of movement in a lot of the classes. I mean, everybody...
Stand up.
I don't want to say they stayed the same, but sometimes you have people that really make a big jump, and this year there was only a couple of those instances, so it was kind of tough to come up with the most improved drivers. But this is what we came up with.
Not yet. I am.
And we will start. You want to start with rookies or most improved, girls? Because that's what you have ready, right? Because that's what I told you. Yeah. Okay. Well, I probably shouldn't, but that's okay. We'll go with most improved. We'll do rookies next. So the most improved driver for the Candies Adult Playground Challenger class goes to Chris Horton, driver of the number 22.
Trophy cup. You can put beer in that cup.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, start.
Most improved in the Conway and O'Malley Economat class, driver of the number 23, Gary Olson.
Just gives you something to work on.
You know, the street stock class was one of those classes where it was kind of hard to pick one, but looking at points and looking how people finished through the year, the most improved driver for 2017 in the Nelson Linwood Street Nursery Street Stocks was Gary Fisher, driver of the 99F. In the Randan Excavating E-Mods, the Most Improved Driver Award goes to Mike McGee, driver of the 11M. In the Bonnell's Collision, I'm sorry, Bonnell's Auto Group. Did I say Bonnell's Collision? Old habits, man. Bonnell's Auto Group. Crate Late Models, Most Improved Driver Award goes to Cole Wanzer in the 01W. And your Most Improved Driver in the Plyler Entry System Super Late Model class is driver of the 1J, Jake Finnerty. Rookies of the Year in the Candies Adult Playground Super Challengers. Dylan Green, driver of the number 20D.
Woo! I said 20D. Yeah.
Dilly.
Whatever.
The Rookie of the Year for the Conway and O'Malley Economod class goes to the driver of the number 77, Matt Alexander.
Hey, Matt.
I just gave him a tip for all the beer y'all drinking.
Not today.
Nelson Linwood Nursery Street Stock Rookie of the Year, Darren Waldron, driver of the number 97.
Dilly.
Rookie of the Year for the Randan Excavating E-Mod class, Calvin Thompson, driver of the number 37. And we did not have a Rookie of the Year in the Crate Lates or the Super Lates this year, so no awards.
I wonder why. I'm sure I went to, who's the cheeseburger in your dad's car?
What's up?
He ran part-time at Eriez Speedway. No, I never in his car. No, your dad's.
Oh, Cody?
Yeah, he ran part-time.
I did. I called him.
At Eriez?
A little while, yeah.
I called him.
Hey Steve, you want to come up? Before we get to the final awards for the night, I want to say that I've been to quite a few racetracks. I mean, maybe not as many as some people, but probably 15 or 20 different dirt tracks over the course of my life. And I have never seen a better run safety crew anywhere than what we have at Eriez Speedway.
Yes,
Steve Coons is our main guy with the safety crew. Steve, here you go.
Well, first of all, before I get started, something Tom didn't mention was in 2017 at the Awards Banquet at the World of Outlaws, they voted Eriez Speedway Promoter of the Year. You know how many tracks the World of Outlaws go to in a year? I think this lady right here deserves a standing ovation.
Yes.
That is a great I got to thank my crew. Everybody knows we put 110% in to what we do to protect you guys. We make sure that you're safe and you go home at the end of the night. Adam, Bill, Kyle, Jim, Ryan's not here, but those guys help me out, and they give 110% every week. And in 2006, Bob and Kathy bought Eriez Speedway. I'm going to try to get through this. Bob called me and he says, hey, he said, I want to meet with you for something. I said, I didn't know what was going on. And he said that I'd like you to be in charge of the safety crew. And without hesitation, I said I'd absolutely be honored to do that. I look forward to every Sunday night going, because you never knew what Bob was going to say. He always come up with something funny, whether it was on the radio or he'd come over and say something. But I just want to thank Kathy and the whole Rohrer family. It has been an honor and a pleasure to work for you for the last 12 years. These people become the family. Kathy and Bob were the best people to work for. Bobby, as a matter of fact, when he said, I'm going to be behind you 100% of whatever you need. And I said, that's great. No, he said, really, if there's a fire, I'm going to be way behind you. That was Bob. That was Bob. That's just the way he was. And I remember one night we run like 2 o'clock in the morning. Kathy calls him on the radio and said, Bob, there's a neighbor here and she is mad. Bob says, he gets on the radio without hesitation. He says, tell her to move. We were here first. Exactly what he said. So every Sunday night I went to the track. I always look forward to that. It was, again, this lady deserves a second round of applause because she's been great.
Woo! Kathy! Woo!
Steve, thank you.
We love her.
And the World of Outlaws thing, you know, they didn't just do that. I mean, they really, really felt that Kathy deserved that award, and that's, you know, that's a big deal. Yeah, hopefully we'll get it again this year. So, thank you, Steve. Did we give him and his crew a round of applause by any chance? Did we do that? All right, so moving on. Every year we look at every class and we look at everybody and we think, well, you know, who has been the best sportsman of the year? And it's never an easy choice, you know, because there's so many people that could be considered for it. But this year was a little different. We had the devastation down in Houston, all the flooding and the hurricane and all that stuff. And there was one team that kind of put their heads together and decided that they were going to do something about that, and loaded up a couple tractor trailers and drove relief supplies down to Houston. And that was the team of George LaBarbera and Chris Hackett, the 33, so our Sportsman of the Year, Chris Hackett.
Yeah! Very nice.
I can't believe she did. Thank you so much for everything you did, man. I'll tell you what, that was a well, you know, I mean, but the whole team was behind it, right? So thank you so much. They took a lot of needed materials down there for humans and pets alike. So now we're to the Driver of the Year award. And I was thinking about what I was going to say about this today. And when I started thinking about it, I started thinking about all the great drivers that I have been privileged to watch race since I have started going to the racetracks, you know, Eriez and State Line. And about some of the seasons that some of these guys have had and how difficult it was to beat them. And, you know, probably starting back in the day, for those that remember JP's, Squirt Johns would be the first guy that comes to mind, right? When you beat Squirt Johns, it was a special day. Yeah. So in the more modern era, you know, you think of Chubb Frank, right? Chubb has he's made a living, you know, doing what he loves to do for more than 35 years, and for most of that time he's raced against some of the best late model drivers in the world, really, and pretty much did it on his own, and you know, that's pretty tough to beat. And then there's a guy named Dick Barton. Everybody remember him? I think 238 is the number, right? 238 super late feature wins. If you beat Dick Barton, it was a special day. He was pretty tough to beat. And then you think about some of the other guys that had great seasons. You know, remember Matt Irvin when he was teamed up with Toby, and remember Richie, the 5 championships in a row. Dave Hess, I mean, you guys were, you know, the team to beat for a long time. Mike Knight was, you know, the guy to beat for a while. Chris, you were the guy to beat for a while. And, you know, I'm sure I'm leaving some people out. I know I am. But, you know, and I was thinking about all classes, and I was thinking, God, I can't talk about all that. We'll be here until midnight, you know. So this year, you know, you think about Robbie Blair. Robbie's had over 300 super late model wins. His dad was a pretty good driver. I never got to see him race, but I hear he was pretty good. So in 3 generations of Blairs, you would have to expect that the 3rd generation driver was going to be pretty good. And I think Russ King probably paid him one of the best compliments that anybody could ever get during the September sweep on night number 1 when Russ won. He said, yeah, me and Alex and some other guys, we wanted to come up here and kick Max's ass on his home track. And Max is like, okay, you did that. Night number 2 was a little different. And Max reminded them why they come up here to try to kick his butt on his own home track. Whether you like them or whether you don't, the Blairs racing is who they are. It's what they do, and they're really good at what they do. And our driver of the year, driver of the 111, Max Blair.
Woo! Hey, Max!
Max isn't here, but Kyle, are you going to take care of picking up the stuff? Kyle Zimmerman? Come on up here, Kyle. It's not that heavy. Thanks, Kyle. Once again, driver of the year, Max Blair, 111. Woo! So there's one more thing we need to get to. Every year we do a fan of the year. And this fan has been coming to the racetrack for a long time. Rain or shine, sleet or snow, doesn't matter. Always there. If this fan is not there, you have to wonder if there's something wrong in the family to keep this fan from not being there. She has cheered her sons in driving many, many times. And even though neither one of them are driving right now, she's still there every week. Patty. Patty Thompson is our fan of the year for 2017.
All right. Yeah, when I heard that.
Patty said she'd like to make a speech. So if you ever go up to the stands, just to the left side of the scoring tower, that's where they are. Patty and Andrea and Mark and the whole gang, always there, every single Sunday. It's what they do. They come to the races. Patty, thank you so much. Yeah, don't lose that. Let's hear it for Patty Thompson.
All right, Patty! She's not leaving.
All right, so we've got a lot of really, really cool Chinese auction stuff up here, and I don't know if anybody noticed or not, but there is a really nice Mike Farr collection here, and of course, you know, we also lost Mike in 2017, and it was donated by Bobby. And Mike helped so many people in racing in this area. And, you know, not just here, but in a lot of places with Genesis shocks and even before that. So that's kind of a special thing, and I know there's a lot of tickets in there, and good luck to everybody that put them in there. But thanks to the Farr family and Bobby especially for doing that. So as soon as we get through the pictures, we'll start drawing for the Chinese auction items. And again, I want to thank everybody in the room for everything you do. You know, I love racing, so thank you so much for being a part of it with us. Oh, we need all the 2017 track champions to come up for a group picture with Jay, please.
Are we done for a minute?
Stand up. So when they come Gucci. Apparently he can see. Yeah, stick that up his nose.